I'm not very good at speeches.
This review has been made possible by Kristen Frades thanks to his awesome support on Ko-fi. If you want to be like him and order your own request for a single episode of a cartoon of your choice to be reviewed, please head over to my Ko-fi page for more details. And now, for this Death-Defying act, I, DJ Barry, will blow your minds by reviewing this holiday special from Homestar Runner in under 15 minutes. Will I succeed? Only God knows. But yes, just in time for the holiday season, I will be taking a look at one of the more unconventional stories to take place during December, a Death-Defying Decemberween from the quirky, long-running internet cartoon empire Homestar Runner. This is yet another cartoon that I'm certainly aware of its existence, but had very little experience with consuming myself. Prior to this review, I saw at least one of the strong bad email sorts, the long pants one to be exact, after Kristen recommended I do so, and drew some commissioned fan art of the characters for him. Now, Kristen has requested for me to review one of several sorts in the series that celebrate the Homestar Runner universe's take on Christmas, Decemberween, a name that sounds like an ideal adjective to describe the nightmare before Christmas, though 70% of you prefer to label it as a Christmas movie, so we can leave it at that. On to the review. What is the titular athlete with no arms up to this Decemberween? Well, after Strong Bad, who is out on parole, enters the scene with cups of hot chocolate, complete with a tacky pun that would make Fozzie Bear proud.
Hot Choco, everyone! Hope it's not too late. Choco, late, chocolate.
We learned from HomestarRunner.com himself that he's going to provide some, quote, death-defying entertainment by sledding down the tall, pointy hill known as the Steep Deep. His buddies seem to be simultaneously supportive of him and concerned for his well-being, which brings us to one of my favorite jokes in the whole short. During the hilariously low-budget in-universe Decemberween TV special hosted by Homestar, channeling his inner Bing Crosby, Bubs comes in with a gift that he strongly believes will be very useful.
Gee whiz, a brand new sledding board.
And I pre-printed an epitaph on there so it can double as a gravestone in case you don't make it.
Gulp.
Ha! Move over, Rosebud. This is the most priceless sled ever crafted for fiction. Oh, sorry, spoiler warning for an 83-year-old film that's considered to be the GOAT.
Is his sled. It was his sled from when he was a kid.
Also, I love how Strong Bad, who's watching the special on TV, is jealous of these low production values. Yeah, he's not wishing his hypothetical Decemberween special would be made with an extravagant budget, but rather he's wishing it was on the same level as some dirt cheap public access TV program. At least he's humble in that regard, I guess. But soon Strong Bad goes outside to witness the cheat's, quote, unsuspicious previous engagement, which, since this is the cheat we're talking about, turns out to be him helping Homestar rig the forthcoming stunt by burying a mattress under snow. This leads us to a brilliant moment involving Strong Bad's slow mind and fake out fade out transitions.
Oh, wait! Homestar would probably die. I gotta go move it. I was really wondering for a second there.
I also love how, for all of the overconfidence he has shown off earlier, Homestar, by his own admission, isn't very good at giving speeches before doing the thing. But as Homestar does the thing, I mean stunt, in spite of the funny melodramatic jump cuts between him and the audience reactions, everything comes to a safe, anticlimactic halt. The mattress we saw Homestar and the cheat bury was supposed to be filled with hammers, broken glass, and candy canes with sharp pointy bottoms inside. And we also learned that, in the spirit of Decemberween, and with Strong Bad's approval, Homestar wanted to deliberately injure himself to avoid visiting Marzipan and her parents for the holiday season. Speaking of which, we bookend things with another pun, but this one's even funnier than the hot chocolate one.
And my compliments to the Seth. The food was atrocious.
That pun had no right to go this hard, and yet it did. Oh yeah, Marzipan's stepfather is named Seth, in case you didn't get it. Overall, I really liked a Death-Defying Decemberween a good amount. It got me chuckling when I first saw it for this review, and the more I replayed it while I was writing the script, the more I enjoyed the brand of free-form fun that Homestar Runner offers. To describe the general sensibilities I felt based on the very little I've seen of this whole franchise, Homestar Runner is like a more family-friendly equivalent to the typical Adult Swim cartoon, with its surreal humor, crudely designed animation, quirky characters, and inability to take itself too seriously. In fact, Homestar himself reminds me of Brack in terms of his voice and level of intelligence, or lack thereof.
Let's mark your calendars. Pre-game starts at 12, kickoff set for 12:30.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
And of course, something like Spine with Friends wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the irreverence and laughable charm of these homemade internet cartoons found on YouTube, Newgrounds, or the series' own domains. And just like Zach Hado and Michael Cusack, the creators of Homestar Runner, the Brussels Chaps, were fortunate enough to expand their careers beyond the web, having worked on several Disney cartoons as well as Yo Gabba Gabba, which is about as surreal looking as Homestar Runner. But they're still able to find time to do something with the characters who started it all for them. Going back to a Death-Defying Decemberween specifically, I do like its approach as a subversive satire of your typical wholesome holiday special. Unconventional Christmas specials can oftentimes be among the best. In fact, a Charlie Brown Christmas was considered unconventional at the time for a multitude of reasons. What's so wholesome about attempting to intentionally break every bone in your body just to avoid seeing family, or giving someone a sweat that doubles as a gravestone, or taking hot choco from some Mexican restaurant looking guy who's on parole? Nothing really, but it don't matter, cause it's all in good humorous fun that you'll get a nice laugh out of it. Like I said, Homestar Runner doesn't look like anything that's to be taken too seriously. The Brussels Chaps, Matt and Mike, clearly are having a blast making these web cartoons together. A special shout out goes to Matt Chapman in particular for doing a grand chunk of the character voices himself with great versatility. Little would anyone suspect that Homestar and Strong Bad are voiced by the same man, and it reminds me of when I praised Ken C. Johnson's voice work in McGee and Me a few months back. Fortunately, unlike Ken, Matt was able to get more experience as a full-time voice actor outside of his own creation. The success of Homestar Runner is impressive when you learn that it was initially created as an unpublished children's book parody that was mainly created as a joke, but soon got retooled into a fractal of web animations that entertained millions of those browsing. But while they're humble enough to refuse selling their characters for a television series, that doesn't mean they're against merchandising. A couple that are noteworthy include this Homestar puppet with magnetic eyes for quote multi-angle puppeteering, and yes, that includes front-facing Homestar, and a Talking Strong Bad Plus that says up to 15 different phrases. So if you're a huge fan of the web series, I just gave you some holiday gift ideas for this year. Or next year if it's too late. By the way, just as a disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Fangamer. This is just something Kristen suggested I mention in this review. Speaking of whom, if you're watching this, Kristen, I hope you appreciate my thoughts on this funny celebration of Decemberween courtesy of Homestar Runner. I ought to continue watching this series because, like I said, I love how it gives me vibes of the Adult Swim lineup. In fact, after writing this script, I got to watch even more Decemberween shorts, and they're about on par with a Death-Defying Decemberween. If you have any other suggestions for Homestar Runner shorts, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Well, that's another review request, all done, wrapped up, and tied with a fancy ribbon. As always, please remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more reviews like this, and help me reach 10,000 subs, hit the bell so you won't miss them, and leave a star emoji in the comments to confirm that you watched this until the very end. Thanks for watching, take care, and make sure you enjoy your holiday celebration however you choose to do it. That could also include Decemberween itself.